So in the aftermath of the tragedy at the Antioch High School, where a 16-year-old girl was killed by a fellow student who then took his own life, questions come up whether there could be civil liability or civil litigation lawsuits over this incident. And I think the answer is that there very well could be. There's various avenues, and today I wanted to walk through those and also kind of explain what I believe is an injustice in the way that the law is configured in this situation. So I've seen some really interesting reporting that Metro Nashville hired a private company to use artificial intelligence to detect firearms using some sort of camera-based system, and that system completely failed in this situation. The shooter's weapon was not detected, the authorities were not alerted, crucial time was lost. And so could that company be sued? Well, sure, potentially they could be sued. In terms of a case against the city of Nashville and its school system, that's a little bit trickier for two reasons. One, they did hire this company. They did provide security. It just turns out it was completely inadequate. So they might have a pretty good defense on liability. But at the same time, even if they don't, did you know that governmental entities like the city of Nashville and the state of Tennessee, the most that they ever have to pay, even when they're dead to rights liable, is $300,000, because that's the limit that was set decades ago and it's never been increased and it's not tied to inflation. There is a proposal in the current legislature to increase that limit to $750,000 by Representative Gino Bolso, but right now, $300,000 is the most that you could ever recover from a city government for anything, including, unfortunately, a tragedy like this one. Other potential litigation would be suing the family of the shooter. That's sadly all too common. In fact, we've seen it here in Nashville when the Waffle House shooting happened. The victims' families sued the father of the shooter on the basis that he knew his child was unstable and knew he shouldn't have had a weapon and allowed him to have a gun anyway. I've seen the shooter in this Antioch situation posted something implying that authorities had been to his home to try to take his weapon and that his parents, quote unquote, covered for him or something like that. So if that's true, you can expect that they could be sued for every last dollar that they are worth. Now, because this shooting happened at a public school, the $300,000 cap is the cap. That is the most that could be recovered from the school system. If it were a private school, that wouldn't be the case. If it were a private school, there would still be a cap on pain and suffering damages, but it would be $750,000. And there would not be a cap on lost economic damages. For example, what was this young girl likely to earn over the course of her life? What were her lost wages? Her full working career. And you could theoretically recover that if this happened at a private school. But because it happened at a public school, it's a hard cap. And that's just an injustice of the system. And you guys can debate that in the comments section, but just something to think about, a detail that maybe matters, maybe doesn't, but that's the difference sometimes in what's available for families who are experiencing tragedies, in terms of what they might be able to recover. So if you're interested in learning more about the Tennessee damages caps, watch this next video, and thanks for watching.